Your
Go
setting.
on setting. Go on
Yeah.
setting. Oh yeah. Oh, we are on
We're
live.
live.
Good
Hi.
morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone, different parts of the world. Welcome today to an amazing session regarding our digital business. Today's session
Yes.
centers around nurses. So, on this platform, today I have three amazing nurses who are also my business colleagues. But before I go into introducing them, of course, you all know my name is Crystal. I'm the face and brand of McKay Digital Consulting. And I am going to, not me per se, but we're going to have a dialogue about why nurses are saying yes to starting an online business. And I know many people might ask, why? Why would you want to, become a digital business owner when nurses, I want to say, quote unquote, make so much money? But the reality is that we want more, my people. We want more. So without further ado, we're going to go from, what is this, right down and what is it, right? So everyone should introduce themselves and where they're tuning in from so that your audience can know who they're going to be engaging with, okay? So I'm going to start with my dear sister and colleague, Lydia. Take it away. Tell them about who you are. Hey, yeah. Hey, good evening. I know probably most of your audience are gonna be in the morning, but I'm in beautiful Stockholm city in Sweden, the Nordic, European Nordic side. My name is Lydia. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I've been living in Stockholm for about 16 years. I'm a mom and I have two. Everybody always say beautiful. I guess I have to say beautiful now. Beautiful kids. I have two beautiful young kids, and I work in healthcare as a dementia specialist. And I've been doing my online business now for a year. So I am so happy to be with every one of us here. It's nice to get to meet nurses, people that do the same thing that I do, in different part of the world, which is one thing that I love about our business community. You get to connect with people from different part of the world, that not only share your passion for helping people, but also wanting more out of life. So I hope you stay tuned to us, and then maybe our story will inspire you also to try to, have a plan B for yourself, or maybe see ways that you can have a more freedom to live a better life for yourself and for your children. So stay tuned, and I'll pass it on to the next person. Sister Kemi, take it away with your golden smile.
Well. Nursing is a very good thing. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Kemi Arowojolu, and I've been a nurse for about 17 years. And even though I have to be honest with you, nursing is rewarding. But man, when you get to that age, people, oh boy, start hurting when you start, especially when your job involves lifting and all that stuff. So over the years, as I got older, I needed some kind of income that would not be so physically involved, like carrying and heavy lifting. So, and also my main thing is the fact that, like, in this digital business I joined, because it helps me to, I'm looking forward, I'm thinking of the income prospects, and also that once you done, you know you could decide to work, it could get me a retirement benefit in addition to whatever I'm getting from my regular job, and then it will allow me to quit my regular job. So yeah, pretty much that's it briefly. Yeah, I know this is not a detail. Um, this is not a detailed information, but I just want to give my colleagues some time to tell you about themselves. Thank you.
You did amazing. You're doing amazing. And my amazing sister, that's smiling there. Go ahead, my dear. Tell them who you are, where you're calling from.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, wherever you are all over the world. We're so happy you're joining us for this live. My name is Beltane Awowe. I'm originally from Cameroon and I live in the United States of America, specifically Texas. I have been a nurse for about 9 years now, and nursing is good. The money is good, but the workload, the insult you get from patients sometimes and family members sometimes, so what made me join this business was because I really needed to be there for my kids. I'm a mom of 3 kids under 5, and there's no one to help me. I have to be there to take care of them, because when my husband goes to work, who's going to be there for the kids? So we have to juggle and try to figure out schedule, what is going to work, what's not going to work, just to be there and raise them. And I remember when I had my first daughter, at some point I had to put her in daycare. It was hell for me because it was from one infection to another. Today she's having cough, tomorrow she's having ear infection. It was just so stressful, at the point where they were like, oh, they have to take out her tonsils. I was like, she is too young for that. So what I said is just to pull her out of daycare. And guess what? I put her out. Since then, she's been fine. We didn't have to go or take out her tonsil or anything. Everything has been fine.
Wow.
So me being able to really have that time and be there for them is a plus. And that's one thing I love about this business, because it provides you that time flexibility, and you can do the business anywhere. You can carry the business with you. Even when I go to work, I carry my business with me, right? Because when I'm on break, I go on and check if I have any messages I have to reply and things like that. That's the flexibility and the beauty of this business. And yeah, as I said, I am a nurse by profession and a mom, so I hope you'll be able to stay tuned and listen to what we have to share, because we have different experiences and different whys on why we're venturing into this business. And we hope to inspire you out there. Don't just focus on your 9 to 5. Yes, it's bringing in the income, but what if you can supplement that? What if you can make more? Always aim for more. All right. Hope you gotta stay tuned and listen to what we have to share. Thank you.
You all are so amazing without even digging in deep into the question. And thank you for the viewers who are watching and those who will catch the replay. Our whole mission is to inspire hardworking individuals, even if it's one person that can resonate and look like us, sound like us, that can identify with our pain points that we're going to talk about today on this platform. I myself, I can resonate with all my business colleagues here on this platform. Why? Because I'm also a nurse for almost 20 years. I have 4 amazing children. I am a daughter, wife, mother, most importantly, and life is challenging, navigating between, having a work-life balance, dealing with patients, clients, family dynamics, and, of course, taking care of yourself. And just dealing, being a parent is something that it's a 24-hour job and it never ends. So with that being said, I'm going to start with you, Lydia. What made you say yes to starting an online business?
Yeah, what made me say yes was just, when you move like an immigrant, I went to university in Nigeria. I studied business admin, and I moved to Sweden. Then it became like a language barrier. So you have to like learn the new language, and it takes time. And then, just like that, I found myself in healthcare. And then I started working in healthcare, but, and then I had some issue with my documentation. So I wasn't really sure if I was going to be here or not. So when that hit me, and as at that point, I've already spent like 10 years in the country. And I was like, oh, wow. So it wasn't like a wake up call for me that I can lose everything at once. So, and then I had kids. My kids, my son is 12 and my daughter is 7 years now. So for many years, I had to fight that battle. But then I started looking and we lost one source of income. Then I asked myself, when my husband wasn't here, I was like, I have to look for things, other source of income. But I was very sure, like I don't know, I love my kids like everyone, and I'm very suspicious of everybody around my kids. I mean, people are terrible. So I did not want to find myself in a situation where I will have to rely on my neighbors or friends, or to take care of my kids. And I really don't have any family, blood family in Sweden. So then I knew I needed extra income, because I wasn't so sure if I was going to have my job or have my stay. I wasn't, so I was like, I need something that doesn't have the boundary. I need something that if I have to leave or go somewhere else, I don't have to start all over, because it takes time for you to start all over, to integrate and all those things. So that was when I was praying. I remember I was so sad that day. And I actually did try something online, but it was all, they have a lot of, sorry, I want to say bullshit, a lot of nonsense online, so I tried and I lost money. I never really wanted to do anything online, but then, and which is why I love this community. Then I saw this advert of my mentor. She was very natural. She wasn't pretending to be who she's not. I mean, she was just there in her kitchen, in her house, and talking about, how she's a cleaner, and then she had a child with special need. She needed to be there, but then still needed money. So I saw it, and I resonated with the story, because I was like, why would this woman just come out and want to wish this evil on her child, saying, that kind of stuff. She was very raw in her story, and I clicked the link and I was like, oh, because I was crying that night. Actually, I was so depressed. My kids were sleeping beside me, and I just looked at them. I was feeling really sad. So I just, do what we do, social media. And then when I saw it, I was like, this can't be real. I clicked the link and I listened to the webinar. In the next, I was like, can this really be? And then I was also everyone that was on that webinar with their testimony. It was Garrett. I checked everyone page, and the next day I sent her like a message, and then she was like, oh, we started talking, because I was that desperate. I just needed to do something, but I just didn't want to fall into another scam or stuff. So I sent her a message, and then she replied, and then I was like, okay, we're Africans. We don't like emails. We like to talk. I was like, I don't have time for this text message. I'm calling this lady. So and I called her, and then we got to talk, and then, so from that day, I didn't look back. And I'm so grateful, when you work in healthcare, you work round the clock, in the morning, in the night, in the evening, and whatever, So, but when I found this business, and when my husband wasn't here, so that was what saved me. I started to reduce the way I work. So now I was able to just take my kids to school in the morning, and then work from 8 hours. I just limited my work to 8 hours, and this business gave me the opportunity, that I was able to take my kids to school, close from school, pick my kids, come back together with them. So, so that was, for me, it was a blessing, because it was when I was so uncertain of my life. I didn't know where my future was going to be. I didn't know. I was scared of doing anything, because I wasn't certain about anything. But then God showed me this business, and it's been like a blessing to me, because now I don't really care about any rules, any laws. I know wherever I find myself, I will not be lacking. So that's just a little bit of my story and how I came to the business. So thank you, Crystal.
I'm sorry about I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Is of course, my beautiful patients, and I know some of them are watching. They watch me on social media. I love them all. So I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. We understand.
Thank you so much for sharing that amazing story. And this is why we're here, to be authentic and raw. Because there's so many of us in the diaspora who are immigrants that find themselves here looking for greener pastures. And they say, okay, when I go to the diaspora, I'll go to school, I'll become educated, life will change. We'll live the white man dream. But
Yeah.
the reality is that what we see on the web, maybe it's video or commercial or whatever on picture, it's not what it is. That's the
At all.
reality. Life it's challenging and it's difficult, and
Yeah.
one source of income is not enough. So thank
No.
you. I really appreciate that, and people will definitely resonate who are watching and that will watch this replay. That there is a way that you can break free from that cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. So I'll go to you now. Kemi, tell us, what made you say yes? What were your pain points? I need more. What about that blessed paycheck? What brought you here? And you are new too.
I know, right? So, for a very long time, it's been a while now that I go to work every day and I come back and I hurt. Like, I'm exhausted, tired. When you work as a nurse, we all know that when you work with your patients, you give a lot. So most days I come back exhausted mentally, physically. So for a while now, my husband is in the ministry and I'm in part-time. Yes, I help him with the ministry, but at the same time, I'm thinking of our future. Like, God forbid, if anything happens, God forbid one gets sick or anything, how am I going to keep on maintaining our lifestyle? How do we continue to live our lifestyle? Our children are grown, they've left home. So we definitely need to find a way to do that. Then another thing is I've been trying to, in about 5 years, I'm supposed to retire from where I work. When I went and looked at the retirement income that I will be getting when I retire, it's not gonna go near to maintaining our lifestyle right now. So I desperately needed something to help, not only to help, that we help also that we don't have to worry about finances. So when I saw I started praying for a while, and as it so happens, I've tried a couple of businesses in the past. They're not working out, or a scam, so that kind of stuff. You lose money, and like my sister was saying, yes, I've been there too. So one day I was just sitting in my living room watching YouTube channels. Like, I like to watch some shows. So I saw this lady, she came on, and she's also from Nigeria, which I am from Nigeria also. And she started talking about the business. And it was just like she was talking directly to me, and I was like, oh, wow. Is this what I've been praying for? I wasn't sure. So I ignored it initially. I did not click on it or anything, but I did listen to the whole information. Then that went by, and then it came back again. It's not the same lady this time. It was somebody else that was talking about it. I was like, I need to check this out. There has to be a reason I keep getting this, and why am I getting these things? So I went in and checked it out. I paid my $149. I went in, looked at the webinar and all that stuff. So the more I looked at it, the more I see that, oh yes, this will definitely fit to what I've been looking for. So yes, I am fairly new to this business. I'm not even 3 months in yet, but I can definitely see the prospects. And I've never even done a webinar. This is going to be my first one. But yeah, and this is where I am right now. I will appreciate if you guys that are watching us will be encouraged to join us in this digital business. It's definitely life changing. Plus, I already received my first check in the mail. Okay, so yeah, that's where I am now. Thank you, ladies.
Wow. Kemi. Wow. I love it. I love your story. It's authentic, it's raw, and many people can definitely resonate. I can too. I know all about the pain, back, neck, hip. It's do we want to wait? I always say to people, do we want to wait till we're like 60 or 70? They say in America here for early retirement when you're finished. I don't want to say it respectfully.
It's okay.
No, I say this with respect because I've worked with so many nurses. They come there, they're limping, they're in pain. And sometimes the patient will say, but wait, is this a patient? Is this someone? No, that's your nurse. That's your nurse. They're confused. And I'm like in my head, why are you here? If you're limping, you have a cane, you're in pain, you cannot see. You understand? So nurses are even patients themselves, but they're taking care of other people because God has blessed us. That it's not about the money. It's just about we are here to serve. So why not only serve in our community as nurses? God touched us to come and use a digital space where we have global reach to reach people all over the world, that we can help them and serve them and guide them to becoming successful digital business owners. And that's what this is about. And I love your story. Thank you so much. The team, give them, sis. Why are you here?
You're muted.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
So my two main reasons was financial stability and being there for my kids. So how I found this business was I was actually in a very, very sad situation. I joined this business in 2024, and that was in July. And I just came back from burying my brother. He died of brain tumor in March. So when I came back, I went home to Cameroon, and then after the burial, we came back. Some months passed. He was buried in April. Sorry, all I just think about it is just
Sorry.
He was buried in April, so I came back May, June. I was just so bitter. I was still going through the grief, and I couldn't just believe it. But again, life is what it is. I remember towards the end of June, I was sitting on my bed. I think that was on a Saturday or a Sunday, and I was scrolling on Instagram. I happened to stumble by this lady's ad. She was talking about starting a digital marketing business. The funny thing is, I have seen this lady before, the same ad, like 2 years ago. So when it came back to me at that point, I was just like, this is it. And the reason why I was saying this is it was because as I was sitting on that bed, I was just brainstorming. I was just thinking. I was like, my brother died. I was having difficulties to even make it back home to be part of the burial. I was struggling financially. So I started asking so many questions to myself. I was like, what if I had more money? I would have probably brought him here somehow to get treatment. What if I had more money? Maybe I was just questioning myself. There would have been something I would have probably done differently if I had more money. And then I started thinking about the future. I was like, okay, what if this happens again? I know we don't want to have a negative mindset, but sometimes we really have to face the reality. Sometimes things happen when we don't even want it to, when we least expect. So I was like, what if this happens again? What if somebody falls sick? My mom, my dad, or any of my siblings, or my husband, or my kids. Am I financially comfortable that I'll be able to take care of them without stressing anybody? At that point, I was just like, something needs to change. I really need to. I was so comfortable. Trust me, I was comfortable working as a nurse. I was comfortable with that paycheck. As long as I was paying my bill, I was fine. But at that point, I was like, that doesn't make sense. I don't have enough savings. So I really need to figure out a plan B. So when I stumbled upon that ad, I was like, okay, I need to go in. So I sat the entire day. I was on that ad. I watched the ad. I went ahead. I paid $149 like that same day. Started watching the pre-coaching videos and everything. I was done by bedtime. I was done watching those pre-coaching videos. Something was just like, this is it. This is it. Like everyone has heard, like different our sisters have shared their experiences. We all are having a fair share of being scammed, because I I got scammed when I was almost like 8 months to my pregnancy. I got scammed. So for some of you that think, oh, these people haven't got, everybody has had their own fair share of being scammed. But the problem and the question I'm going to ask you is, what are you doing about it? Are you just going to sit back just because that happened to you? It's a learning process for all of us. It's just for you to be smart and know how to move forward. So I didn't let that drain me down. I did my own research. I took my time to watch the videos, to educate myself. I went as far as, my husband was at work. I sent him the link. I'm like, I stumbled upon this ad. They're talking about digital marketing business, all of that. Take your time and watch it. I watched the video and let me know your own opinion about it. He took his time. It took like 2 days. He watched it. And then he got back to me. He was like, I think this is a legit business, but the problem now is like, how are we going to start? At that point, I was like, even if I don't have, I'm going to start. Because sometimes we wait for the perfect moment to get things done. There is no perfect moment. You got to start when your body or your mind tells you start. So I went ahead. I paid my $149, booked my coaching call, and I was so ready. I had a piece of paper full of questions. So when I went for my coaching call, I asked all those questions. She was like, oh, you came ready? I said, yes. So I need to be aware. I need to know, And I had those questions because I did my own research, which is the problem with many people. They just want you to feed them information. And I feel like if you're able to sit down and get those information yourself, then you'll be able to easily make an informed decision. Because it will be your decision, you'll not be influenced by another person, but you went through the material and you know what it is, what it takes. So that is what happened. I booked my coaching call and I started the business. And it's been like an amazing journey. Forget about the financial part of it. We'll come to that later. But when it comes to like being able to build up yourself as an individual, you cannot beat that. I used to be on Facebook. I've run different businesses, drop shipping. I've sold on Amazon, Etsy, all of that. But most of it, I'd always put my face. 1 minute, let me get my charger before it dies down. Sorry.
It's okay.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. And I hope people are inspired to learn. Come and learn. Definitely. We all have a story. Just using our voices. I love it.
Yeah, that's the beauty, in the community. It's not just about the money. Yeah.
So, just as an individual that was going through grief, that was one thing that I was able to do to distract my mind, because I felt like at some point when I'm alone, when I'm isolated, I would start thinking of him passing away and all of that. It would just make me sad and depressed and all of that. And I didn't want that. I needed something to get my mind off of that. So with the trainings and all of that, I've learned so much in this business, and it has given me time flexibility. I work as a part-time nurse. Like, I'll get to create my own shift. I get to be home. I've not been to work for the past 2 weeks now.
Wow.
But I'm home to take care of my kids, which I'm happy. I'm doing that and still running my business on the side. That's the flexibility of it. And that's what I was looking to. That was what I was looking forward to, starting a business. We're going to try several things and feel, yes, but what are you doing? Are you moving forward, or are you just sitting back like, oh, this did not work, this did not work? And sometimes we tend to focus on other people's experiences. This one did this and it didn't work. I'm not going to know. Think about you. And that's what I was thinking about myself, because when I was doing my research, I felt on negative comments about this business. People were like, doing this, but I'm here, right? I'm here. Why? Because I did my own research. I know what I'm looking for in a business. I didn't let their own opinion influence mine. I don't know what their experience was.
That's right.
And that is why I started this journey. And Just start and see, because the beauty of it, the fact that you can pass it down to your kids, your family members, you can just grow
Right.
your business whenever you want. That's the flexibility, wherever. If I said to go to Cameroon now, I'll take my business with me because it's online business.
That's right.
If I want to go to sleep, my phone is by my pillow. It's online business. It's sitting right there. I'm sleeping. The business is running because on automation. That's the beauty of it. I would really need to open ourselves to learn, to educate ourselves. Forget about what people said. Forget about what A said or B said. Focus on you. What do you want? If you're able to identify your why, like why you want to do something and what you're trying to achieve, then I feel like nothing is going to stop you. And that's why I'm here, and I'm happy to be here, and I will stay in this business till till because I've really found that business. Like after trying so many things, I spent so much money. I've put in so much money into business. I've never gotten back my return on investment. But I'm still here, right? You keep pushing. Push till you make it. And that's why I'm here. And I love this space.
That
Thank
was so
you.
amazing. That was amazing. All of you have been very, very amazing and transparent, and most importantly, authentic. As you all can see, it's global because we're all in different places, different time zones. And this business is not limited to your nationality, your background, your gender, your profession. I don't care if you're an Uber driver, Lydia mentioned you're a cleaner, maintenance, bus driver, whatever it is, whether you're a cook making pepper soup, it doesn't matter. Just come with the willingness to learn and you want to change your life. Please make sure you all do your due diligence. Learn more about this amazing digital business. Do not go by what other people tell you, like you've heard it already. And ladies, I'm going to ask for one more thing. If you all can just put your pages where people can connect with you, follow you. They have that opportunity so that they can see more about you. If they choose to, they can follow you. Just drop it in the chat so that people who will catch this replay or who are watching, if you guys can just put it there so that they can always follow up, because somebody might sit and say, Kemi's story, it resonates with me. Definitely. I know about ministry. I'm looking towards retirement soon. Yes, she might be able to guide me. Lydia, she's in Europe. You might be able to sit and say, you know what, I resonate with her. I have 2 kids also. I'm in healthcare. They can resonate. Any of us, just put your information there in that chat so that people can reach out to you. And most importantly, please, you all, if you want to learn more and to do your due diligence about this business, don't only just take our word. You can equally watch the webinar that is live every Tuesday and Thursday. I think in Europe it is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah, Wednesday and Friday. You can watch it. And again, use any of our websites to register to gain access. Very important. Why? Because you can interact, you can engage, you can plug in, ask questions from the live panelists that are from different walks of life that can tell you about this business. All right. So, with that being said, I hope you all will put your websites where they can connect with you on the chat. And I want to thank all of you for taking your precious time away from your children and your daily activities to come on this platform, to use your voices as a vessel to inspire other people to know that there is a way. You can create additional stream of income in the comfort of your home. You don't have to be limited to living paycheck to paycheck or waiting for your boss, your career, or your job to tell you what your finances should look like, how your time is spent, how your days are spent. You don't have to be confined to that anymore because there's a way, my people. There's a way.
There's a way, right? And Krista, I always say, as nurses, we take care of people.
Yes.
For me, when I know, and when we see in Europe or even Americans who are the ones in healthcare, is always we in, the immigrants and things like that. And just like Sister Kemi say, if you come to Europe and or in America, if you've not lived there if you've not worked for like 40, 45 years, you're not gonna get anything in your pension. You're not gonna be able to live with it. Like, and I know, like me, that I work with dementia people. Sometimes, in their time of clarity, I work with people that are so rich. They have so money, but sometimes in their time of clarity, you see them telling you that you should spend time with your kids. And we are here just working,
Right.
forgetting. So for me, when this business is like the liberation for us, it's not just a business. Because,
Yes.
despite all the education we have, we can't take it. Our kids can't take it. They can't take over.
No.
It's just like Daisy said, they can't take over. But these are business. So I'm telling every immigrant mom and everyone, this is a business. You can help your kids. We don't want them migrating here and there like we
Yeah.
did. It's just, if they want to migrate, let it be that maybe they just like warm weather and they decide to go to the Caribbean. Maybe they like cold weather and they decide to go to the Nordic, not because they are looking for greener pasture. So please, this is all of us. We work in healthcare, and your health is not even guaranteed.
That's
We
right.
see people. I have people in 45 years, 60, they having dementia, not knowing their children, not remembering everything. So please, that's why we are here. We show our faces because this is legitimate. You pay taxes, you get tax
Yeah.
return and everything. So please, this is opportunity for us immigrants to set ourselves free from the modern day slavery. Snella, I'm speaking Swedish now.
Amen.
Please. So thank you so much for giving us the chance
Yeah.
to be on live with you.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
all.
you.
Thank you
Thank
Thank
you.
so
you
Thank
all
much,
you.
so much. And
Crystal.
definitely we will do this
Appreciate it.
again.
We have
Sure.
to. I love the vibe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you all
We'll
so
have so
much.
many we'll have so many things to share
Oh,
and
we
give
will come
out.
back
Like
again.
as nurses, as moms and things like that. Like I feel like as individuals we tend to give more of our time to others or helping those people build their own company.
Can
9
you
to 5 is
imagine?
good, yes, but
Yeah,
start something in your name.
that's
Use
right.
that 9 to 5 to start something in your name. If they have to fire you today, they will fire you. They will not even ask you questions. They will
That's
fire
right.
you without even thinking. They have to lay you off. They will lay you off.
Yes.
So have something in your name and be ready for the unknown because life.
Yeah, it can happen. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So thank you so much for having us. I'm so
Thank
happy.
you all
I'm
so
here.
much. Have an amazing weekend, and we will be back again definitely to bring bits and pieces of information. We don't want to overwhelm you because it is a lot of information, but at least
Yeah.
let people know this is what we're here for, to inspire people that change is the best way to go forward. We're not here to convince anybody. No, we don't convince, we don't beg anybody. This is for people
No.
who are action takers, who want a change in their life. Even if it's one person, we're okay with that. We don't need the whole, no, we're not looking for everybody or a whole group. No, one person that we can inspire who wants to take their
Yep.
life serious and take
Right.
any of us will be happy here to receive and guide them towards the success because we want to be a part of it. We're helping people every day anyway in our community, so why not bring it into the digital space, right? Please, you all stay blessed. Happy weekend and take care. Bye bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.